Hey everyone, welcome to CryptoWeeklies. My name is Josh, and today we'll be talking about Bitcoin. And as this is the first day of the month, we'll be talking about Bitcoin at a monthly level. We'll be using data since 2014 and forecast Bitcoin's path towards the end of year 2024. That is almost 14 months from now, and we'll be using the AI model ARIMA, which stands for Autoregressive Integrated Moving Average, to conduct those forecasts. We'll be presenting two paths uh, towards the end of year 2024. The first path that you are seeing is the one on the screen, and this path has been constructed with data from 2014. The dots that you are seeing on the screen to the left, and the lines that you're seeing on the right are the forecasts using data from 2014 till I think February 2022. And then we'll be the lines that you're seeing on the screen are the range for Bitcoin for during those time periods using the AI model. The dots convey if the valuation of Bitcoin is undervalued with respect to its average or overvalued. So that when the dots become more and more red in color, that means the price is heated, and this color code takes into the consideration of time and the time spent at certain levels. So for example, over here the dot was red, but at a similar level in 2020 the dots were green. That is because more time had subsided, and we were in a different market cycle. So this red dot convey how far the blow off top was. In the 2017 bull run, the blow off top was 4.2 standard deviations away from the mean at 15,000 at a monthly average level. In the second cycle, that is in 2021, at 60,000 at a monthly average of November 2021, the below of top was 2.2 standard deviations away from mean. So we'll keep a look on this standard deviation z-score, a diminishing z-score for the third cycle potentially in 2025, and project those blow off top scenarios. So if you like to know the peak valuation per the AI model for Bitcoin, do subscribe to the channel to stay updated with those models. For this particular model, we are considering the end of year 2024, and as you know that most of the blow off top years are 1 year after the halving. That is, with halving in 2016, the mania phase was in late 2017, and with halving in 2020, the mania phase was in 2021. Early 2021 was the first mania phase, and the second in the late 2021. So with that, all of that in mind, the following are the AI based forecasts. And before we forecast starting November, we'll briefly do an evaluation of our forecast so far. So what we had forecasted starting June of 2023 was the range for Bitcoin between 38K, and the lows were to about 22K. And for the most of the year, you can check it out on the price tracking websites. The price action has been between those ranges that we mentioned. Even the recent rally that Bitcoin has had, if you compare the September and October valuation that we have on the chart, you can see that the October's top coming in at 36,000, and this particular the range forecasted by the our AI model has held as a has held as a resistance, whereas the lows for October were around 24K, where we did not quite go there. So for November, per the AI model, now that we are in November, the lowest valuation forecasted at a monthly average level for November is at 25,800. Bitcoin is currently well over 34,000. And the highs for November forecasted is at 38,000. So between 26K and 38K essentially. For December, per the AI model, is coming in at the highs are at 39.500K, so almost 39.600. $39,600 is the peak, and the low is at around 26,000. For the next year, I will cover 3 to 4 months. The first month of the year per the AI model, the lows for the range are at 27,700, and the highs are 39,800. And these forecasts are not financial advice. These forecasts are constructed using AI techniques and historical data. And you can see that this logarithmic regression trend line is kind of holding some sort of a resistance, which was briefly broken with this recent rally. But let's see how this acts in the coming months, because one of the key analysis of this line is that it was for this line to be broken, and price action rallying above this line usually takes the end of year of Bitcoin halving. But I think for this particular cycle, we are 1 year early per this price action, where the price action is already touching this regression trend line, and we are not even in the year of the halving. So for one more month in the first quarter, I would, or the second quarter, that I would like to focus is the potential month of the Bitcoin halving, that is April 2024. Per the AI model, the ceiling for this month is coming in at $43,400. So if you are wondering what is a AI-based projection for the month of how high will Bitcoin be in the month of halving, our model suggests that it could be the highs could be around 43,400, so around 43k, you can say, to round it off, and the floor for the same month is at 30,500. So between 30,500 and 43,000 is the range for BTC at the month of the halving. So one of the other months that we would like to focus is during its late third quarter, is about 3 to 4 months after halving. So similar to the last one, at around September 2020, when the price action started having a significant uptrend, we would like to see what is a similar valuation at that time, at that phase in 2024. The lows for that month are at 29,000, almost 30,000, you can say 30,000 for September, and the highs are at around 45,000. So between 30,000 and 45,000 is projected by the AI model. I know it's a longer range, but it's a wider range, but that's how the models work. We consider one standard deviation to the upside and one standard deviation to the downside, and for the most accurate forecast is somewhere between those, and traced by that line that is ever moving, and that could be slightly to the higher side of the midpoint. So around, you can say it's around 39 or 40k, that midpoint that is constructed using this dotted line. The last month that would like to focus is December of 2024. Per the AI model, for December 2024, the likely price ceiling at a monthly average is at $47,100, and the floor is at 33,700. So that's the analysis of Bitcoin to the end of year 2024. And this particular model is constructed as a one standard deviation to the upside and downside, and the base case. These are the considerations. For the second path that we'd like to talk about is, as you might have seen in the macro environment, there is a recession risk looming, with S&P 500 showing some weakness. So what if the moves to the downside are not one standard deviation but 2 standard deviation downside, which is typical in a recession for stocks. But as crypto has not witnessed a full-fledged recession, briefly we had a pullback, recession-like pullback in March of 2020. So what if those scenarios are looming in the macro environment? What are the downsides? So the upsides are the same, which are the which I just discussed about in the first model that we discussed, is the range peaking at 47,000 in December. But we would like to spend some time now on the moves to the downside in case of a recessionary 2024. Well, I'll discuss about a couple of months. So the first month I would discuss is the month of halving. What if unfortunately Bitcoin halving coincides perfectly with a recession in the US? You might say that Bitcoin might hold well in that environment, but what if it doesn't? What if it is still considered like a risky asset at that phase in the market cycle, and the it is being it's traded as such a risky asset, and in that case, what are the downside? Per the AI model, the two standard deviation moves that we talked about, the floor in that scenario of a recession is coming in at $16,000. So the floor shifts as we move ahead in time. It might go up or down based on how it historically performed on these months, but this is one scenario that I wanted to discuss, is what if unfortunately recession coincides with Bitcoin halving. The second scenario is what if it's in September of 2024, that unfortunately the phase where we rallied past $10,000 in the last market cycle. What if we are in a recessionary phase during that time? So per our AI model, again not financial advice, the forecasted price for September 2024 at a downside of a recession is coming in at $17,500. The last price that I would discuss is the end of year 2024. December 2024, in case of a recession, is the forecast for monthly average is coming in at 19,700 US dollars. So hope you like this content. Those are all the scenarios that I'd like to talk about today. Hope you like this content. If you do, please subscribe to the channel. Also give this video a like, and check out the weekly forecast that series that we have recently launched on the channel for the top 10 or 20 altcoins, and including Bitcoin and Ethereum. And hope to see you again tomorrow with monthly price for Ethereum. So see you tomorrow. Bye bye.